Ask any Disney park goer, and they'll be able to point out at least one reference to a Disney movie inside of the parks. But what about the reverse? How often has an avid Disney Parks fan been able to point at a movie and say it stems from a ride? Over the years, rides from the Disney parks have been used to create movies for the Disney company with varying degrees of success, or failure, or significant failure. The interesting thing is that some of these movies have been almost completely buried, securely locked away in the Disney vault. Today, though, we're diving headfirst to find out which Disney parks rides and attractions have movies, seeing which are currently available on Disney Plus, and determining if they're even worth watching. So let's get going. We'll start at the absolute bottom of the barrel with a movie that isn't on any streaming service, Tower of Terror, named after the ride in Disney's Hollywood Studios, or as it was called when the movie released, Disney's MGM Studios. The plot of this movie is fairly accurate to that of the ride. 5 ghosts are trapped in the hotel due to a lightning strike. The main character is a reporter trying to get the scoop on what happened all those years ago. And I won't spoil the ending on the off chance you're able to find a copy, but another movie on this list has a very similar conclusion. I'm going to do a quick inclusion for Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, only due to the name being changed by Disney from the original title, A Wind in the Willows, to tie into the ride of the same name. I'm not actually counting this, as it wasn't created by Disney though. The second forgotten movie on our list is one I actually didn't know about until doing research for the script. Mission to Mars. Yeah, that ride was given a movie produced by Disney's more adult-oriented production company, Touchstone Pictures. It barely broke even at the box office, and the main thing from the reviews is that the movie was visually stunning, at least for the late 90s when it was produced, but lacked actual depth. According to Google search, it was previously on Disney Plus, but a look on the actual website shows it has since been removed. Growing up with VHS and Disney Fast Play, this next movie always kind of felt like a live-action version of Brother Bear, except it was loosely, arguably super loosely, based on an attraction and did not get a sequel. That's right, it's The Country Bears. Surprisingly, this movie is actually on Disney Plus. I don't know if I'd say that's a good thing, but it has a very young Haley Joel Osment, better known as Sora from Kingdom Hearts. The movie follows the story of a bear named Barry Barrington that thinks he's a human boy until one day he finds out he's not. He runs away to Country Bear Hall, aha, see, a reference to the attraction, and finds Big Al. Big Al is actually the only name directly from the attraction, which feels weird. Anyways, Big Al wants to save Country Bear Hall, and the only way to do that is by getting the band back together for a big benefit concert. Have you seen the Muppets movie? It's the Muppets movie. Just go watch the Muppets movie. You'll be happier doing so. The most iconic movie franchise that has been spun off of a Disney ride is, of course, Pirates of the Caribbean. The original trilogy follows Jack Sparrow.
Captain Jack Sparrow, if you please.
You're right, my mistake. The original trilogy follows Captain Jack Sparrow, Will Turner, and Elizabeth Swann over a series of movies that can only be described as very loosely following the original story of the ride. Disney Imagineers have slowly added and removed various elements from the ride as new Pirates movies release, resulting in the story of Jack searching for treasure and the town being pillaged by Barbossa and other pirates. This series is absolutely worth watching and is currently available on Disney Plus for your viewing pleasure. One of Disney's most well-known attractions is the Haunted Mansion, so of course there has to be a movie or two or three about it. You have the original Haunted Mansion movie with Eddie Murphy from 2003, the Muppets Haunted Mansion from 2021, and the latest version of the Haunted Mansion from 2023. If I'm going to pick one to watch, it's probably going to be the Muppets version, but don't let me stop you. Feel free to watch any of the three. They are all currently available on Disney Plus, and likely will be until Country Bears is removed, if not, until the service is destroyed. But all three are good. Muppets is probably the most source accurate, but the other two are solid in their own right. At least if you grew up with the Eddie Murphy version. For whatever reason, Disney decided it would be a good idea to base a movie off of not just a single attraction, but an entire land. That's right, we're looking at Tomorrowland from 2015. As with a bunch of the other attraction-based movies, this was considered a commercial failure, which is likely due to how much is actually going on in the movie. It has some heavy references for Disney history buffs. There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow from the Carousel of Progress is played over the start of the movie, which takes place at the 1964 World's Fair. The 1964 World's Fair is intrinsically tied to Disney, being a showcase for various audio animatronics, including Abraham Lincoln, It's Small World, and of course, the Carousel of Progress. The movie itself can't really seem to decide whether or not it's supposed to be more for adults or for kids, though. It definitely feels like there was some corporate meddling going on, as it just never really found its full focus. As of writing the script, it is currently available on Disney+. While this isn't the newest attraction-based movie, it is the newest attraction that didn't previously have a movie. This is, of course, Jungle Cruise. There are some direct references to the attraction, including the backside of water, but it felt like it was trying to set up its own little world to try to create more movies. That could just be my perspective though, since the Pirates movies did basically the same thing, and Disney definitely seems to be aiming to get that with other attractions, if at all possible. It's a good time, and it should be available on Disney Plus for the foreseeable future, so go ahead and give it a watch if you've got some time. Thanks so much for watching. Honestly, this video has been on the back burner for well over a year now, and since I keep coming up with new ideas for other videos, which are now in the works, I figured it was time to finally release this one. Since YouTube has been kind of weird lately though, I had to play it safe and minimize the usage of the actual footage. I do have a lot of videos planned for now until at least the end of the year, including going and checking some of the shows like Frozen Holiday Surprise and the Olaf's Frozen Adventure Christmas songs for Match Band Plus, but I've just been a bit sidetracked with some, non-YouTube stuff. So I'm hoping that as things calm down, I can get back into the swing and get everything out in a more timely manner. But thanks again, and I'll see you real soon. Bye!